You finally leave everything behind: the chaos, the unpredictability, and the constant tension that lived in your chest. You find yourself in a quiet room where nothing is loud or dangerous, yet a strange restlessness remains. This is the calm you fought to achieve, but instead of relief, there is a humming internal unease that refuses to settle. Your physical body is present in the safe space, but your psychological self hasn't arrived yet. You remain alert, still waiting for a reason to move. For a nervous system wired for survival, peace is an unfamiliar condition. Your biology interprets this sudden lack of conflict as a potential threat, a deceptive quiet before something goes wrong. Watch how the body reacts when a door slams down the hall. Your heart rate spikes and your muscles contract before you even register the source of the noise. It is an involuntary, violent physiological response. Your rational mind quickly concludes that the wind blew the door shut. But your nervous system rejects that logic, remaining braced for an impact that isn't coming. The body archives sensory memories of past trauma, holding on to physical reflexes that the conscious mind actively tries to repress. These survival instincts consistently override the brain's logical reassurances. You cannot simply think your way out of a biological reflex. We often define trauma by specific memories, but there is a more pervasive state, a chronic, invisible fear that operates as a constant physiological baseline. Prolonged exposure to an unpredictable world forces the brain to alter its processing algorithm to ensure survival. This chart shows the internal shift. The brain completely abandons the question, "Am I safe?" because safety feels impossible to guarantee. It replaces that question with a new permanent directive: "Am I ready?" Moving to a safer location does not instantly update this internal software. As these external variables fluctuate and improve, the internal baseline remains locked at high alert. This hypervigilance is a successful biological adaptation. It is a survival strategy that has simply outlived its environment. To the outside world, you appear highly functional. You work, you show up, and you navigate the demands of a normal life. People often equate this outward stability with being fully healed, assuming that because you are functioning, the internal struggle has ended. Underneath the surface, you are caught in an exhausting cycle of constant scanning and anticipation, silently bracing for a disaster that never arrives. This manifests in small daily habits: an inability to sit in silence, overanalyzing a friend's tone of voice, or using constant busy work to avoid the discomfort of stillness. This invisible fear eventually blends into your personality, becoming so familiar that you stop questioning its presence. The tragedy of trauma is the false belief that this state of permanent bracing is a fixed part of your identity. The brain inherently distrusts sudden shifts to peace. Because of this, there is no overnight cure for a nervous system that has spent years in survival mode. Survival instincts woven into the nervous system must be slowly and manually overwritten through active neuroplastic unlearning. This requires micro-exposures to safety, forcing the body to experience sequential moments of stillness without negative consequences. You provide the brain with new evidence by consciously dropping your shoulders, taking a deep breath, or lingering in a quiet moment. Each time your posture softens, you send a signal that the environment is different. These repeated physical signals are the only proof the nervous system will accept to update its old survival algorithm. Your mind will initially resist this stillness, attempting to pull you back into the familiar armor of readiness. This resistance is the residual echo of your own survival training, the biological memory of a time when staying alert kept you alive. Healing involves the gradual softening of fear's grip on your daily decisions. The sharp, constant alarm eventually fades into a quiet background note. The ultimate milestone is arriving at a quiet moment and simply existing in the present, without unconsciously preparing for the next disaster. True healing arrives when the invisible war finally ends inside you, proving that survival was a season,